Here we are. Welcome to another edition of the Gaming Show. Well, what made me decide to blow the cobwebs and dust off of this old game, huh? Well, I watched the Book of Eli and it got me in the mood for a little Fallout. You watch the beginning of the movie, The Book of Eli. Finally got a suitable trench coat and pair of sunglasses, and in order to get the look down, that's the riot gear from the Divide. And today we'll go through what at least is my opinion and techniques for becoming reasonably powerful, getting to that point where you feel like you're able to freely explore the map. Because those first few levels of Fallout New Vegas, probably up until the level that I'm at right now, when you first are playing that game, or if you're not experienced in it, you can find yourself having a lot of difficulty getting out of this fucking area. You know, you go down the one path that has the keep out signs on it, and you run into the Cazadars or Chazadars, whatever, however you fucking pronounce that bug's name, and those things kill you real good, especially early on in the game. You go the other way, and you eventually bump into that little mining town, Sloan, and you got the Deathclaws over there. And unless you got a couple of stealth boys, you're not making it through that area at level 10. You're not making it through that area at level 10 unless you get a couple of stealth boys. But, how to get to level 10. Level 10's, or this is all open for debate. None of this is written in stone. This is just, my vibe or feeling on it. Level 10, the game starts to open up more. You're strong enough to not get your shit kicked in with every random encounter. And I got a pretty decent, pretty even spread of skill points going on. I like to get a lot of speech points. That's what was one of my points in the debate about, Fallout versus Skyrim characters. Is one of the things that I jokingly said was, my Fallout character would probably get his shit kicked in by the Dragonborn unless he was like halfway through his build, because I like to focus on speech and intelligence and science, repair, lock-picking, medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going for a power build this time, but I'm just going to show a couple of things, little tips. So, first thing you're going to want to do, talking about getting to the point where you don't feel so vulnerable, a real powerhouse build, the most efficient powerhouse build, quick, fast build up to being a powerhouse is what we'll say the sentiment of this video is. So you do your little practicing with sunny smiles over here, and you shoot the bottles. Do that just for the fuck of it. Get every little bit counts, especially in the beginning. I like to think about building up momentum, so I'll pick up even the ruined books and the empty bottles and shit in the beginning. So do that with her just to get that little bit of extra ammunition and so on. And when you go through like the little schoolhouse over there to loot it, all the places that you loot, just keep in mind those caps add up when you got a cap here, a cap there, and all that momentum builds. So then, the subject of getting out of this fucking area. Because, man, I remember the first time I played New Vegas. Wow, it took me so long to get out of the Goodsprings area and to the actual strip. It was such a struggle. This time, I actually had the easiest time getting to it. It was so easy for me to get there. I was at the strip at level 5. It was level 5 walking up to the Gunrunner's place. So instead of trying to go this way, and instead of trying to do the whole loop around, find the head straight for the NCR Correctional Facility. When you get to the NCR Correctional Facility, you can raid them and kill all those guys off, and that's a little bit of, extra XP and shit to sell to get that early infusion of caps, that early bit of cash to get you moving. And walk to the other side of the correctional facility, to that ridge of rock wall over there, and somewhere off in that direction of it, you will find a little canyon that's filled with rad scorpions. Not the big ones, only a few of the big ones, but mostly just the little bark scorpions. And kill all those. That's a little bit of XP, a little bit of extra XP. They're not too hard. And keep on going through this direction until you get to this highway, and follow that to the 188. Get Veronica over here on your team. She's OP as fuck. It's just so funny as hell. I mean, she's got Driver Nafis or Nafis or whatever his golf club right now. It's funny because there's some interesting things about her, about this character that I noticed. Is that, like, you would think typically one of these characters, right, if I put 2 different helmets in her inventory, one of them has 5 damage resistance and the other one has 1. One is the Mark II reinforced combat helmet that goes with this armor, and the other one is Valexia, that guy. The dude who kills everybody in Nipton. Well, the moment I saw that dude, I just ran up on him and chopped his fucking head off at level 9. It was hilarious. I took his hat, and I gave her the hat, and she immediately put it on. She took off the Mark II combat helmet that had 5 damage threshold and put this shit on. It's got 1. Stylistic choice? Because it was from a prominent enemy NPC, maybe? I don't know. It's just an interesting thing. You would think they'd be programmed to just put on the strongest thing, Just like, interestingly enough, this golf club, the damage level on the golf club that she has is like 30 something. Driver Nafai's golf club. It's gotta be weaker than her power fist that she knocks everybody the fuck out with. But if you put this golf club in her inventory, the power level to it jumps to like 65, and she uses it, which is why she's got that on. I like to do this kind of shit with my companions where, eventually everything that she has will be, including her armor, we'll get that switched out at some point. Eventually everything that she has will be some kind of special, armor or thing from somebody. I'll replace her power fist with fucking Caesar's zap glove when I kill his punk ass. But yeah, so just circumvent all that bullshit. Fucking go from Goodsprings to the NCR Correctional Facility, and you can farm a whole bunch of these little punk ass powder ganger guys on the way, and the bark scorpions, and get through to the highway. Get Veronica to back you up, and get to the gun runners as soon as possible. Get into the strip as soon as possible. And so from where I am right now, power level wise, I can pretty much go, start off on my mission, do whatever I want. My next level up is just going to complete it and make me more OP. Everything beyond that is just I have this on fucking hard. So yeah, that's another thing with the little piece of advice is well, I only did this because I wanted the Book of Eli look. I want to mimic that, so I got my my trench coat. The best I can do for a trench coat. Got to get that lever action shotgun. But I'm trying to make him look like he did in the beginning of the movie, hunting the rabbit. He's got the fucking gas mask and the trench coat. Anyway, it's just fun to tell yourself these little stories of why you're doing shit in games like this. And so, that's another fun little piece of advice is, in this whole process of going from Goodsprings, doing the couple of little missions they have for you, killing off all the powder gangers, killing, every enemy that I came in contact with up to here. And then now here's another important good little tidbit. Just immediately, first thing you want to do as soon as you get to the strip, start killing the fiends. Never kill Motor Runner, the guy who leads the fiends. You can kill every single guy in the vault except for Motor Runner. If you kill Motor Runner, then it's over. But if you don't kill Motor Runner, then all the fiends everywhere, except for the ones that were in the vault, respawn. And so you can just farm those guys forever. And I ended up with literal mountains in one playthrough, where I was particularly heavy with killing the fiends. Literal mountains of laser weapons. In this particular playthrough, I killed the guys who guard the gun runners and took that building over, made it my base. And that horseshoe-shaped corral desk in the front, I had hundreds of plasma energy weapons lining that desk. The whole room was glowing. I had Nuka-Cola, quartz, and quantums scattered all over the room. So the whole room was just ablaze, glowing with different colors. It was really awesome. I'm going to have to do something similar with some building somewhere in this playthrough. But yeah, get to Vault 3 in this area of New Vegas and start farming the fiends immediately. Just start killing those motherfuckers off. You'll level up quicker, and you'll boost your amount of cash you got quicker. And by doing that, by level 8, 9, I was strong enough to go into the divide, to go into the canyon wreckage here in the divide and clear out the missile silo. It's all Sentinel bots, so you gotta be reasonably, not shit in order to handle that right in the beginning of the game. And had enough money to go get myself the riot gear. Because I like the riot gear. And the other thing about it is that now I haven't tested it on this playthrough, but the last time I played Fallout, the karma system fucked up on me as to where, whenever I put on a piece of clothing that was from the NCR, it would delete all of the work that I had done and reset my reputation on various NCR locations to neutral. Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? Because it was really pissing me off, because, in that particular playthrough, the last playthrough that I was doing, I went really heavy with the NCR. and I did practically every single one of their fucking missions, and I wanted to wear the uniform. And I couldn't, because if I wore the uniform, the karma shit would go back to neutral, and sometimes they'd even fucking attack my ass. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm dressed up as you, as one of you guys. How are you fucking attacking me? And that's another good spot over there for early in the game. Prim, you go over there and farm, kill all the powder gangers that have filled that place up. And that's basically it, you know. That's basically the easiest way to jump into Fallout really quick and not have a strenuous time trying to get out of this area. Is just cut across, bypass all the bullshit, get fucking Veronica, start hitting the fiends, getting all their shit, their money, selling it, head into the divide. Plus, there's a lot of really good weapons and gear that you can get. A lot of money you can get out of. You can get a lot of money out of just that initial phase of the divide where you clear the silo out and not really have to deal with any of the more ridiculously difficult areas in the divide. In fact, when I first went into the divide to clear that out, I hadn't even gotten to New Vegas yet. I was just clearing it out and hoping to get a little bit extra money as I was getting prepared to try to make my way to New Vegas. I didn't know I was going to have such an easy time getting to New Vegas, getting to the Strip. You know, so I went into the divide at like level 3 or 4 or some shit, and I'm like, you know, is it going to tell me I can't go in? Is it going to tell me I should be like level 25 or some shit? But it didn't. It let me go in there at like level 3 or 4. And I only fought one Sentinel bot. I just fought one, enough to get like one of the arc welders, which was like 900 caps, and get the iBot and turn on the commissary unit in order to buy this shit. And so I saved the mission in Goodsprings where you got to fight Joe Cobb till a little later. In fact, I think I just did it maybe an hour or two ago. So that was some fucking hilarious shit, you know. All the people in Goodsprings are all worried about Joe Cobb and his little gang of 6 goofy assholes, and they come running over the hill shooting, and I've done all the little, you know, little thingies, get the medical supplies and the armor and the dynamite, and I literally, with my machete pulled out, charged head first into their little squad of dudes, and within like 20-30 seconds they had all been cut down. It was the funniest thing. And so now I'm already in Hidden Valley. You know, this is basically the point of this video, you know. From this point, it's really easy to just jump off and get into being a really powerful character really quick without a lot of arduous bullshit. You know, so from here, I'm already got access to Hidden Valley, already starting to do those missions, and I'm, you know, on my way to, with real ease, becoming a super powerful character. And that's about it for that little thesis and little section of tips there. Farm the fiends, and don't kill Motor Runner. The best part about the divide is the shit lets you go back and forth. Yeah, the only thing that I really don't like about Fallout, I have a few episodes of this little stupid ass show that I put them on Facebook, but it's like impossible to get them back off of Facebook and put them on YouTube. So eventually, I guess maybe those will come, but I don't know. But I will probably just refilm those episodes and put them back up on here, uh, and re-talk about the points that I got to in those episodes. Cover all that stuff. One of the things that I really liked that I did in Fallout 3 the last time I played it is I didn't finish any of the escort missions. So I had a whole squad of like 10 people. You know how except for what's her name, Linda, whatever the chick name is, that I want to say Lynn something. Oh, when you don't remember her name. But the chick you run into trying to steal the Declaration of Independence, and she, unfortunately, you can't swap inventory with her, so I wasn't able to give her power armor, but everybody else had power armor, so I got, your normal companion and dog and shit, plus, 5 or 6 other people, all in power armor, all with Gatling lasers. Point I'm getting at is that I play Fallout. When I play Fallout, I play this shit for like 6 hours. Alright? It's not like I had the squad of 8 people following me around because I never finished any of the escort missions and the game shit itself. No, played perfectly fine with the whole squad of people. So what I'm getting at is that there's no actual reason. It's fucking annoying to me. There's no actual reason why you can only have one companion. This is one of those kind of fucking little stupid fucking things in games that really pisses me off. Like balancing, the concept of it. Fuck that shit. Alright? Because that's what it is. They said, oh, well, if you let people have more than one companion, it would fuck up the balancing. Are you serious? Go fuck yourself with that shit. If you feel like the game is too fucking easy because you got too many companions, then turn the difficulty level up. You want the fucking companions, especially in a game like Fallout where it's all this survival shit. It was so much fun. Essentially, it turned the entire game into a fucking escort mission. Because, Sticky, Shorty, Red, Cindy too, but especially those 3, they can die, So it put so much awesome it was really tense every gunfight, even though in battles the squad, because everybody's in power armor with either all Gatling lasers or an assortment of weapons. Sometimes I'd have one with a sniper rifle and one with a Gatling laser and one with a fucking shotgun and one with an assault rifle. Point is, even though that they're really OP, if a gunfight goes on for long enough and they take a lot of damage and one of them dies, what I would do is I would just be saving the game a lot more than you normally would playing Fallout. And I was literally on that shit. My goal with it, because I thought it was so awesome to turn around and not just see Veronica. Imagine you turn around and you have a whole line of guys in power armor, fucking whole line of like 8 dudes in power armor following you around the squad, flexing. And my goal was and I did succeed in this goal, was to make it all the way to the end of the game with the squad making it intact. And I will, just for the sake of the amount of time of this video, I'll get to that story at another time. Because that was some really awesome shit. I may even I don't know, it'd be some technical difficulties to reload that old save. And that's an explanation for another day. But, those are just... So I would like to see being able to have more than just one companion. I don't think it ruins the game to be able to have a whole gang of guys following you around. It certainly didn't fuck up San Andreas, did it? Now did it? No. So let's do that. Fallout 5. When you have all those settlers at your camps, you can use your respect meter to recruit and end up with 30 guys following you around, rolling 30 deep. I want to see that. This has been another enlightened and hopefully relaxing and enjoyable episode of the gaming show. My glorious 2 fans, I hope you enjoy. And I hope I've given you some interesting concepts to think about, and I hope you check out Fallout New Vegas, because it may be an old game, but it's a classic, and it's jam-packed to the brim with value and entertainment and content. It literally never gets old. It has so much variation and possibilities to it. Once you start playing it, man, I've been playing this game so long, I'm still having fun with it. So definitely check out Fallout New Vegas with the DLC, Game of the Year editions, what I recommend. Definitely check that out. Have a glorious day.